Like the Obama administration, VA.
No, that was a hanging. As it's coming.
That was a hanging curveball.
I knew that was.
I thought of that.
No,
they should listen. They should.
No, seriously, they should listen.
They should be listening to you. I gathered Eric Shinseki, the head of the VA, is meeting with President Obama in the Oval Office at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, yeah.
They just announced that about half an hour ago. I've got to wonder whether he isn't resigning.
I
mean, he's a man of some dignity, and this is not the right.
The VA's been broken
just hang on for the sake of hanging on. He doesn't. He can say he did his best, but the system overwhelmed him. But it's not good for him. It's not good for the veterans. It's not good for the country, honestly, to have the spectacle of a decent man. What's the point of his hanging on? Can he reform it any better than the new person? No, I don't think so.
And Bill, the thing is, this is an unnecessary scandal for the Obama administration. Yes, he's been in power for 6 years, but I said for 20, 30 years, the VA has been the worst bureaucracy. We've got 10 years, 12 years of war that's obviously overwhelming the system. That's natural. But you look at, and Ron Fournier was here talking about Jay Carney and how ham-fisted they've been handling this crisis. Forget about policy. They are so horrible at crisis management 6 years in. I don't get it.
And I think Donnie would agree with this. At some point, there are just limits to spin. Now, if you're getting yourself reelected against a not very good candidate in a middling economy, spin matters. It can move the 3 or 4% you need to win an election. This isn't about public relations. There are actual people out there not getting served by the VA. And I think the straw that broke that camel's back was the manipulation, the doctoring of the lists. Hospitals can make mistakes. Bureaucracies can be slow. But you can't have people in
And forget about
different sites doctoring information. Well, at that point, if you're president, you've got to say, I'm shocked. He says he's mad as hell. Yeah. But if you're mad as hell, you don't tend to fire someone whose resignation has already been accepted.
Again, we have another story where the president learns about this from news reports.
Sure. Well, I mean, if they were to say he didn't learn about it from news reports, then the logical follow-up question is, well, what did you do about when you heard about it? You know, what happened in the intervening period? I think the trouble with the White House spin is this, is that their comeback is, well, we put more money into the VA system than our predecessor. Well, that just begs the follow-up question is, what good was the money for? And I think that leads to even further questions of, is sort of liberalism, is progressivism in this instance the right thing? Does money mean solutions? Well, and I just don't think there are any good answers here. Obviously, as you mentioned, the VA is a terrible bureaucracy. When the president said he wanted to make it a 21st century VA, that was a promise he made in the campaign trail. And there are logical follow-up questions of where did you fail?
And Sam is right to say this, but I mean, Paul Krugman's hailed the VA as a success story of government-run health care. I think that's one reason.
Well, it delivers good health care. It's a bad bureaucracy.
But not only did they miss
good health care if you have to wait for it.
Guys, they missed it.
Mitt Romney proposed a partial kind of voucher program for people who weren't happy with the way they were getting served at the VA. He got attacked by that from the left. I think one reason the Obama administration has dug in so much is they have a sense that if you acknowledge this is not working, it's a problem.
I was just going to say, and we got to move on, guys. We'll talk about this again. We've got about 12 more hours of this show to go. But I guess you guys